Lemon Amiga presents a Playthru video review. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, welcome to another Lemon Amiga playthrough review. This time we'll be taking a look at the 1992 animators game Roll or Die, presented at the Tilburg Prime Conference in 1992, where the animators won first prize for this effort. So let's waste no time and plod straight into the game. As you can see, this game is based on the Paralympics and with reverence to the disabled. On this first level, the player has to waggle the joystick furiously left and right in the track and field vein to climb up a tremendously difficult mountain. You get 3 chances to complete this level, and it isn't actually possible to get to the finish line, but it is possible to get most of the way there by furious joystick. And the commentator will try his best to make you laugh with all kinds of cynicism, and that's a great part of this game. The comedy in this game is absolutely fantastic. You'll spend more time reading the comedy than actual playing the game, probably. So I'm now halfway up the mountain, and as you can see from the power meter in the top left hand corner, I'm struggling. So the first level is probably the hardest out of the 4 levels in the game, and as you can see, the graphics are very well done, very well drawn, and the animated characters there slightly reminiscent of maybe the characters on Supercars 2. And you will notice the music in this game is also very well coded. I particularly like the introduction music, and I'm struggling there for energy. Look at this, only just making it. Furiously waggling that joystick, and I'm running out of energy. I'm running out of muscle power. Can I gain another foot? Yes. And I think I'm just on the verge of giving up. That's one thing about this game. There are no sound effects, unfortunately, but the music more than makes up for that. You can tell that this isn't designed to be a proper full-price commercial game. This is definitely in the demo scene, but somehow the character of this game really shines through. Like I said, the comedy and the presentation just makes this game worth playing every so often to give it another bash. And after the last hill climb effort, my strength has petered out, so it won't be long before I crash again. I suppose this level would be easier playing it on keys, or maybe a joypad with a D-pad makes it a bit easier, but on the trusty old zip stick this is really torture. It's a joystick buster, so be warned. As you might imagine, the title of the game, Roll or Die, comes from the dope world, Skin It Up, and the producers of this game must have been on some kind of narcotic, as you can see. Well, I'm not going to waste any more energy on the final life. I'm just going to let that go and on to level 2. Level 2 is road rolling, and on this level we get to manoeuvre around certain objects in the road, all of which will slow you down and give you a time penalty of maybe 5 seconds or so. So it's important to avoid all those as much as possible. And it's fire to accelerate, thank God. And as you might be able to see when I finally get going this thing, the scrolling is very smooth, and it helps us stick to the far left side of the road to avoid most of the obstacles. Never go into the middle, as I have done, or you will die. So this level isn't quite up to Lotus standards, but it is a fun distraction, and sometimes it's easier to do this level and sometimes it isn't. As I say, if you stick left as much as possible, then that should give you the best chance of completing this level. That's a nice animated sign on the hill there. And I'm not doing very well, so let's skip on through to another play, which should hopefully show you the end of this level. This is from a subsequent playthrough, and there is a goal to be reached for a maximum of 63,000 points there. That's a decent score. And on to level 3. Next is the long jump. The old daddy sign there refers to another animator's game that they released. And again, it's a joystick waggler, left and right as fast as possible, to try and get the speed as high as possible before you hit that block, and your character will then leap from his wheelchair and perform a long jump. Let's see if I can improve on that score. Waggle, 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 as fast as possible. And you don't need to hit fire or anything like that, you just need to hit that thing and you'll jump. Oh dear. Doesn't look too happy about that. You get 3 chances at this, so this is the 3rd try. Let's have another go. Again, the music on this level is terrific. The music throughout this entire game is brilliant, I love it. And there are a variety of amusing anecdotal captions there. And the 4th and final level of this game is the hospital race, which is probably the 2nd hardest level. In this part of the game you have to manoeuvre around old ladies and hospital porters and things like that, whilst trying your best to avoid laughing your head off at all these amusing blood splattered rooms that you end up passing by. You can pull the joystick diagonally down to speed up in a direction, or you can pull it back to brake and temporarily pause the screen there, which comes in handy. Started by saying there, I don't know quite why he's waiting in a hospital waiting room. There's a T-junction there, sometimes you have to avoid falling down flights of steps and the dead ends. Just brake there to avoid him. And usually I don't get very far on this level, but on this playthrough I managed to complete it. So this will give you an idea of what a completed run looks like. And if you touch those hospital beds or any of the scenery, you'll lose a life. So it's important not to touch anything. And speed up there, or pause to avoid this guy. So it is possible to avoid all these people, but not particularly very easy. It helps to memorise the level throughout, so that you know exactly what you're doing. Look at that, that's very tight around there. Bang. Dead. So let's try that again. With something like this, it doesn't look possible, but sometimes if you diagonal down and speed through those traps, it is possible to get through there. by a hair's breadth with luck and skill, just like that. And this is a very playable level. Quite unique, in fact. I've never seen a level quite like this before. And let's try and squeeze through there. Very, very, very lucky there, but I made it. And dive across into another gap. So this game then, it's very humorous and quite a joy to play through. It can be difficult in certain sections, but intentionally so, like this section. Well, you don't see these anymore. And back in its day, this game wasn't afraid to take a few risks. These days you can't get anywhere without a splatterfest game with bullets and gore. Anything else won't sell. So what they rioted against in the past are now celebrated in the present. So, oops, squeeze through there. So it really is a treasure to be able to play this again. You can download it from the animator's website, which you'll find on the internet, and both discs are available, so you can play this freely anytime you like. And on their website you'll also find all the other animators' demos, intros and games that they coded for the Amiga in DMS format. So let's squeeze through here. Look at this. That's a very tight corridor. And I hit something. Let's try that again. Luckily this section of the game doesn't throw you very far back, and you can usually carry on from somewhere near where you last left off. Terrific. So I like the character of this game, the cutesy graphics, the animations, and just the whole style of the product. It might only be a short game, it might only take you maybe 15 minutes to complete the thing end to end, but those 15 minutes can often be enjoyable, particularly if you're playing two-player against a friend and who's any good at this with a decent joystick, it has to be said. Let's see if I can get through this bit. Follow the blood, just about, and I'm coming to the end of this level now. The end is marked by the reception desk and the sign, and there's a sign for Cologne along the A4, and that's it. At the end of the first disc it gives you this nice animation where you have to insert the second disc within 10 seconds, but nobody ever does that. Everybody just waits to see what actually happens. Like that. And it's on to the ending sequence on disc 2. You might notice a little crash there on the screen, graphical glitch. That's because I'm using the WHD load version on this playthrough. That doesn't affect the actual ADFs if you're playing those or the original game. And my screen ripper has chopped off the last line of the very amusing conversation there, unfortunately. But you can clearly see on that screenshot where the inspiration for the game came from, Jack Daniels and a joint. And so let's see how we did. On the hill climb, mountain rolling, not a very good score. Road roller, not a very good score. But the long jump was half decent. All three are combined to give you a total. And the hospital race I completed. And then you get to enter your name in the obligatory high score table, which I think saves to disc as well. There we go. You can enter 26 characters. And that's the team. So, thank you for viewing this playthrough guide to Roll or Die. Hope to see you again on another review very soon. Cheers.